catch will bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Lightning 18.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. Well, they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
18 Cardinals.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their 2nd drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. The lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. You look at this Eagle defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Oh, he'll take a shot for McCaffrey downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that last penalty makes his 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And yet again, it's McLaurin. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Well, that's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
It certainly appears that they're going to try to keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he is going to be out of bounds a mile away from that yellow line, and that will become a turnover on downs. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right. They weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, Silver.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when he... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So an early advantage now, a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
19 Tiger. Ready.
Throwing after the interception. Daniels. That's out wide here for Robinson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
17-0 our score after one. The Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on. Hey, 60 Maverick. Warriors, 70. Ready.
Looking to throw. Daniels. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Got it. Ready?
First down, Commanders.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Panther 11. 19 Lions. 70 Rangers.
Back to throw. Daniels. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now they run the option on second down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Eagles hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Hurts throw here, take it in as he's able to find Goddard. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Hurts to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as the tackle made down at the 33. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hurts. This one complete down the field to Goddard. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. On the end around, here comes Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Gets past one man, and they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They go play action with Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he gets it down to the 32. Now hold everything here because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
A 51-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
Their own 25-yard line.
Ready! Dragon 60!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. To throw on second down. Daniels dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
That is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 68 yards. And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Commanders 10.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at at their own 46-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Looking to throw. Daniels. That one is slant to McLaurin. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Makes the score Eagles 27, Commanders 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. To Barkley on the check down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Commanders 17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Barkley, inside handoff. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. An excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Barkley again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Big yardage that time for Washington. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Operating from the gun, Daniels. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
19, not ready.
They'll run with Robinson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jalen Carter in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Here's Pickett. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. Man.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going.
Touchdown! Brian Robinson Jr. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here. Otherwise, they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Daniels. And my goodness, another interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. This is Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one. Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Philadelphia, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll